Hi Stampin' fans, welcome back. Sandi MacIver here. Hope you're having a great week. My card share today is created with the Look for the Rainbows card kit from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to be playing with all the designer paper that came in the kit. And you'll see I'm flipping them back and forth, showing you all the different ones. And this is the stamp set we're going to be using, and I'm actually going to be stamping and black heat embossing right onto designer paper for my flower today. So I'm using Versamark, and I'm stamping the image. I'm going to cover it in the black embossing powder and shake off the excess and then heat set it. And then I'm picking another designer paper that's got little tiny words written on it, and I'm doing the same thing with the leaves and the stem. I only need 2 leaves, but the stamp is 3, so we'll do it and then we'll just cut one off at the end. And again, heat embossing it, and then I'm going to fussy cut it out because I didn't buy the dies that came along with this set. Next, I'm going to add a tiny little bit of color to my flower and my leaves. And for this one, I'm using Zig Markers 092 Blue Gray, and I'm just going around the center, adding a little bit of shadow to each of the petals. And then I'm going to take the 050 Yellow, and that's going to be the center of the flower. And I actually do it twice. And this designer paper, or this pattern paper, is quite thick, but if you use the Zig Markers directly on it, it doesn't move very well, so that's why I'm using an acrylic handle and transferring with my water pen. So there I am. I'm just about finished with my leaves, and then I'm going to go back and just darken that center of the flower just a tiny little bit. There we go. So next I'm going to use my Waffle Flowers picture frame dies and another piece of the designer paper. And I didn't have enough to do exactly the same color card as what I showed you at the beginning of the video, so this is a whole new card coming. And I die cut this. What I love about these is you get to save the little piece in the center. So saves a little bit of the designer paper. I decided I wanted this rainbow background, and originally I liked that red, but the polka dots on the other side are fabulous. So I'm switching over to those and trying to decide which part of that paper I'm going to cut up. And I'm going to use my pre-cut and pre-scored Simon Says Stamps card bases for this, that you can buy a package of 10 of the A2 size. And so now I'm just cutting the rainbow paper, and it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I'm shaving off about 1/18 of an inch just so that you won't be able to see it underneath the frame when we put it all together. And I had already white embossed the sentiment, so I'm just snipping that down, folding my card in half and burnishing it. And I'm going to use white glue, my multi-purpose, because it allows you to kind of move it around a little bit and make sure that you get it centered on the front. And then I've got foam tape on the back of my frame, and I'm attaching that to the front of the card. You got to be careful right here because you only get one kick at the can. So that's all done. Now I want to blacken the edge of my flowers. So I'm using my black Tombow marker, and I'm just going around the edge of each of the elements. So you'll see me do the flower and then the leaves and then the stem, and it just gives a really nice finished edge. You don't see any of the white edges on any of your design pieces, and I really like that. And just a tip, make sure that the back is facing you so that if you kind of miss, then you're going to get the black marker on the back of the piece and not on the front. Okay, so foam tape is your friend here. I have all kinds of little pieces of foam tape on the back of all these little guys, and I'm just starting to attach them. And I want everything to pop up a little bit. That's why I'm using it. I like dimension in my cards. And I'm just adding a tiny little bit of glue so that those ends of those leaves stay stuck in there. Okay, so I'm adding my sentiment down in the bottom right-hand corner, and in this card kit there are Nouveau crystal gems, and they are fabulous. So I decided to use 3 of them on my cards today. So just a little dab of glue underneath will do quite well, and there you go. So here are both of the finished cards, and you can see that you get completely different effect depending on what kind of pattern paper you're using, and this is really pretty. I hope you'll give it a try. I like all the extra little details that are in the flower without having to do all of the work myself. There is a free PDF over on my blog and a list of supplies that I use. The link is underneath the video here. Just click on it. It will take you right to my blog, and there's also affiliate links for all the supplies that I used today. And thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate thumbs up and any comments that you feel like leaving. And until next time, toodles!